Good morning, student. Welcome to the biology class. This video is the continuation videos of our seed structure and germination topic. In the last video, I explained about that the structure of bean seed. Got it? In that video, we are going to study about that the maize seed. Let us start the video with maize. See student, in the last video I explained about that the types of seed. There are two types of the seed. One is the basis on the cotyledon and another on the basis of endosperm. On the basis of cotyledon there are two types of the seed, monocot and dicot. Got it? And dicot means the seed have a two cotyledon. This seed is called as the dicot seed, and the seed have a only single cotyledon. This seed is called as the monocot. Means what? The maize is the one kinds of the grain. It is the monocot seed. Got it? Monocot means what? The grain, in the last video I explained about that. What is the grain? Grain is also fruits, but these fruits fuse the ovarian wall and seed coat together and form a fruit. This fruit is called as the grain. Means maize is also one kind of the grain. Maize, wheat, jowar, bajra, these are grains. Understood? And another types of the seed on the basis of endosperm. On the basis of endosperm. If the endosperm is present in the seed, this seed is called as the endospermic seed. And the seed which is not present the endosperm, this seed is called as the non-endospermic seed. In the last video I explained about that. Let us start the structure of seed. The maize seed is the endospermic seed. Why? Because the part of this part is called as the endosperm. What is mean by endosperm? Endosperm, it is the rich part of the starch. Means the endosperm is the starch. We are eat the chapati, we are eat the bhakri, bajra, jowar. It contains the starch, large amount of the starch. Means the endosperm means it the starch. This is the monocot seed. Only one cotyledon. This part of the seed, it is a cotyledon. This is the endosperm. This layer in between the cotyledon and endosperm, this is the epithelial layer. Okay. And the outermost layer of the maize seed is called as the alveolar layer. Alveolar layer. Got it? The outermost layer of maize seed is called as alveolar layer. The important part, this is the areolar layer, endosperm, cotyledon and small embryo. Got it? Let us see the detailed structure of the maize seed. See student, this is the external structure of the maize seed. This is the external structure. This is the endosperm. This is the cotyledon. The cotyledon of the maize seed is called as the scutellum. Scutellum, the cotyledon of the maize seed is called as the scutellum. This is the embryo. The upper part of the embryo is called as the plumils. Later, it develops into the shoot part of the plant, and the lower part of the embryo is called as the radicle. Later, it develops into the root part of the plant. Got it? This is the external structure of the seed. Let us see the longitudinal section of the seed. This is the longitudinal section. I told you the outermost layer of the seed is called as the testa. In inner part of the testa there is the another layer, it's called as the alveolar layer. Understood? This is the large endosperm is present in the maize seed. Endosperm In this part is called as the cotyledon. In the maize seed is called scutellum. The cotyledon, this part is called as the scutellum. Scutellum, it is also called as the cotyledon of the maize seed. In between the endosperm and cotyledon, the thin epithelium layer is present, and this is the small embryo is present in the cotyledon. Means the cotyledon, it nourishment, it provide the food to the embryo. Understood, student? What is the actual structure and important part? Another important part of the embryo means, see, in the bean seed you have studied about that. The embryo is present in attached to the one cotyledon, means another cotyledon is covered, means the embryo is covered the cotyledon. But in the maize seed, the cotyledon is there and endosperm is there, so the another layer is covered the embryo. Let us see the another protective layer of the embryo. See, student, this is the embryo. This is the embryo. This is a embryo. The thin outer protective covering of the plumule is called as the coleoptile. This is the part of the plumule. This plumule, the protective covering, is called as the coleoptile, and this part is the radicle. It also covered the thin layer above the radicle. This protective sheet is called as the coleorhiza. Understood, student? The embryo is covered the thin protective sheet. The plumule part covered with the coleoptile, and the radical part is covered with the coleorhiza. These umbrella-like flaps are present above the plumeles and over the radicle. Understood, student? What is the actual structure of maize seed? Let us see what is the difference between the maize seed and bean seed. In the last video I explained about that. This is a bean seed, and now I explain about that the maize seed. Let us see the difference between the maize seed and bean seed. See, the beans have a two cotyledon. This is a cotyledon, and the maize seed have a only single cotyledon. This is also called as the scutellum. Scutellum. Understood? First difference, two cotyledon, one cotyledon. There is a no endosperm have a bean seed, and the maize seed have a large endosperm. Small embryo is present in the maize seed, and the large embryo is present in the bean seed. Got it? The plumeles means, see, the plumeles have a leaf-like structure. Leaf-like structure, and in the plumeles the leaf is rolled. If you might have seen the seed of the maize, you open the outer covering, remove the outer covering, and you will see the structure of plumule. Understood? In that seed, this is the hilum part of the seed. In below the hilum have a micropyle. It is the visible part of the bean seed, but in the maize seed there is a not visible the hilum and micropyle. It is the seed is separate, means it is a seed and it covered by the fruit and fruit coat, and the maize is also fuse the seed coat and fruit wall. Understood, student? What I explain about the difference between the bean seed and maize seed? Let us see the next topic is the germination. In the last video also I explained about that. What is mean by germination? Germination means whenever in the seed is present the small embryo. Okay. The process, the formation of seedling developed from the embryo is called as the germination. Means, see, this is the bean seed, is the small embryo is present inside the seed, and formation of seedling developed from the embryo, this process is called as the germination, and in that process is also necessary for suitable favorable condition for the germination. Let us see the which things is necessary, which is important things is necessary for germination. First is the water. As you know that student, the plant seed is also living thing. All living things require the water. Got it? When the seed, when we are sowing the seed in the soil, that time it is very important to watering the seed. Why? When the seed absorb the water, the seed swell up and the seed coat is rupture and the radicle is elongated into the roots part and plumule is elongated to the shoot part. So water is very important. The water is necessary for chemical reaction, any enzymes which is stored in the food, cotyledon, endosperm and convert into the embryo. Got it? Water is very necessary part for a germination. Second is the suitable temperature. The optimum range of the temperature is required for the process of germination, means 25 to 35 degrees centigrade. It is the optimum range of temperature is required for the process of germination. Very low and very high temperature is not suitable. If the very low temperature, the embryo is not grow properly, and very high temperature is destroy the delicate tissue which is present in the embryo. And next is the oxygen is very necessary for germination. As you know that in the process of germination, the seed is developed into the root and shoot part, shoot and root part. So it is required to cell division, elongation of cell. So it required the energy. And as you know student, how does the energy is released in the living organism? When the process of respiration, oxygen is react with glucose and produce the energy, means the oxidation of the food which is present in the seed as a cotyledon. So it required the oxygen. It is very small amount of oxygen is required for the process of germination. Understood student what is meant by germination and which condition is necessary for germination? Let us see the types of germination. First of all, I will explain some part of the seed, some parts of the seedling. Then I will explain the types of germination. See student, this is the cotyledon. This part is called as the cotyledon. Above the cotyledon to the leaves, this part is called as epicotyl. And below the cotyledon to the root, this part is called as the hypocotyl. Got it? Means see, this is the cotyledon. Above the cotyledon is called as the epicotyl parts, and below the cotyledon is called as the hypocotyl. Both epicotyl and hypocotyl is not elongated together during the germination. It is either epicotyl elongated, either hypocotyl elongated. In that elongation of epicotyl and hypocotyl, there are two types of the germination. First is the hypogeal germination. Hypogeal germination. See, means in that germination, the epicotyl is elongated, and epicotyl is elongated. This germination is called as the hypogeal germination, and in that process the hypocotyl is elongated and the seed is come above the ground. This germination is called as the epigeal germination. With the help of diagram, I will explain you again. Got it? There are two types of the germination, hypogeal and epigeal, and this type is on the basis of elongation of epicotyl and hypocotyl. Got it? Epicotyl means the structure which above the cotyledon, and hypocotyl the structure which below the cotyledon. And these elongation of hypocotyl and epicotyl, there are two types of the germination, hypogeal and epigeal. See student, there are a bean seed and maize seed. The maize seeds are germination by the process of hypogel germination, and the seed is the epigel germination. See student, look at this structure properly. In that seed, the above part, what is called the above part of the seed? It is called as the epicotyl. In that maize seed, the epicotyl is elongate, and the seed, the cotyledon, remains under the ground. This type of the germination is called as the hypogel germination. Understood? Means the epicotyl part means the pumils grow, and the cotyledon, the seed, is under the ground. This germination is called as the hypogel germination. And in that structure, see, the cotyledon, see, this is the cotyledon. This part is called as the hypocotyl. Means, see, this is the cotyledon, and below the cotyledon, the structure is called as the hypocotyl, and this hypocotyl is elongated, and cotyledon come above the ground. This type of the germination is called as the epigel germination. Understood student? There are two types of the germination. Let us again revise it. See, this is the cotyledon. This part is called as the hypocotyl, and this part is called as the epicotyl, and this part is called, see, I will show the diagram. This epicotyl and this part is a hypocotyl. In that, this type of the germination is the epigel germination. Means what? The epicotyl is elongated. The hypocotyl is elongated and cotyledons are come above the ground. This germination is called as the epigel germination. Understood? Let us see the structure. The seed, this is the hypocotyl part. These hypocotyl parts are elongated, and the seed, the cotyledons, are come around above the ground. This type of the germination is called as the epigel germination. Understood? What is the epigel germination? And another type of the germination, C, is the maize. This part is called as the hypocotyl. The hypocotyl is elongated and the seed remains under the ground. This type of the germination is called as the hypogel germination. Understood? There are two main types of the germination. Another is the type of the germination is called as the viviporous germination. Viviporous germination. In the Rhizophoria plant, this plant, the seed is germinate in the fruit. Means the seed is germinate inside the fruits. Still the fruit is attached to the parent's plant. This germination means, see, this is a plant. In the plant have a fruits. In the fruits there have a seed. The seed is germinated when the fruit is attached to the parent's plant. This germination is called as the viviporous germination. When the seed is germinate, that times the seed drop and develop into the soil, into the root, and fix itself. Got it? This germination is called as the viviporous germination. Understood, student? In that video we will study about the structure of, let us revise. In that video we will study about the structure of maize seed. the external structure of the maize seed, longitudinal section of the maize seed. There are two important covering, coleoptile and coleophyra. Then we have studied the difference between the bean seed and maize seed. Then we have studied about that the germination, the condition is necessary for germination, water, temperature, oxygen. Then we have studied the types of germination. Understood, student? Thank you.